keep getting better, working hard, and then hopefully see everyone at the games in 2024.
Laura Horvath is running away with this heat right now. The woman from Hungary is Superwoman. Laura Horvath is the fittest woman on earth.
How was your last month been?
Good. Do I go straight? Whatever. He's gonna tell me. Yeah, it's been good. We were at Krypton with Gabby and Christoph for the month of October, just training, hanging out with Ben and everyone at Krypton.
And how are you feeling about this weekend?
I'm excited. I'm really hoping that the rain stops and we can have a good competition. So I love all the workouts that are out already. So I think it's gonna be a very good weekend for both me and Gabs.
And you're starting today with some running, no?
Some very heavy running actually. It's gonna be like 80 pounds for a mile, and then 800 with like 50 pounds, and then something with 1 mile without the weight, and some sled or some kind of pull to the finish, a drag back pull. So I'm excited to do that as well.
You always said you like to move heavy objects from A to B, so it's
yeah, it's exactly that.
Welcome to the 2023 Rogue Invitational, everybody.
Laura Horvath is here.
Event number 1 is underway.
Yeah, that's a Laura Horvath there leading the way.
Now Laura Horvath will be the next woman across the finish line.
I'm very happy how I executed my run. The first one was heavy, but I felt like I could push that one very well because it didn't feel as heavy, I guess. I don't know. The hardest part was the 800 with only the ruck, I think, because it was light enough that you could run fast but still heavy. And then the last mile was like you just had to run. I just tried not to slow down, not to let people catch me. I tried to catch the person in front of me, but I didn't really have a shot. And then I was actually sad that we didn't, like the the drag bag carry or pull at the end was like way too light. I feel like it didn't make sense to have it there because like no one like was struggling, so you couldn't pass anyone. Like if someone was ahead of you, they were ahead of you for like you couldn't catch them. But overall happy.
Are you excited for tomorrow? You like the killer cage, don't you?
Yeah, I like both of them. I like a heavy back squat with some bar muscle ups, and then the killer cage with ski erg and the dumbbells are gonna be fun, I guess. So I'm excited.
Event number 2 for the women. Laura Horvath looking to lock up second place, not only in this heat, but also in the event, and she will do it as she comes in. Tia Toomey and Laura Horvath tied with 180 points. As she will rack up 100 points and looks to sit atop the overall standings all by herself after day 2.
That was cool. I did very well. I don't know. What do you want me to say? It was not too heavy. The backside, I wish the backside was heavier, and the log was fine. It was not too thick or too thin or whatever. We actually had a guy made one at the gym in Krypton. There's a guy who does woodwork, and I asked him to make one. It was like very weird because he asked me like, what's the diameters? I'm like, dude, I don't know. There's a picture on the internet. Figure it out. And then I actually got a Rogue bottle and I measured it, and then it's basically as thick as the Rogue bottle. So, and it was exactly like the same. Like exactly what we had out there was the same as he made. So it's very cool. And then, so that went very well. I took second. And then we had a rain delay and like nothing happened for a while. It was pouring down. And the next workout was going to be it was monkey bars, so the rain didn't really help. And then that went very well. I took first.
Are you looking forward to tomorrow? You said you're going to deadlift the house.
Yes, I'm excited for all the workouts, to be honest. They all look fun, they're all cool. I like the Nate variation, the 10-rounder muscle up workout. Also like the dual, what they came out with, the log up, down, and rope climb and move sandbags. So I like that. And then the final is gonna be cool. I like the deadlift. And to be honest, I also like it's like a ladder, so you start at the same weight and everyone has to lift the same bar, and then you just like add 10 pounds every round. So hopefully we can deadlift something heavy.
The last barbell is apparently 395 pounds, and I mean Laura pulled 405 last week on a Wednesday, so after two and a half hard days of training, so we'll see what's going to happen there. That's going to be fun.
Overall standings, Laura Horvath, who has your overall lead, but by just 5 points over Tia Toomey. Laura Horvath is falling to the back of the pack here. She is in last place.
The 10 tuning didn't really go according to plan. I mean, I did the best as I could. It was a lot of hands and push-up for me. I got capped, which sucks because I wanted to finish and I knew I could have finished if I guess paced it right, but also, yeah, I don't know, it just didn't go as I wanted it to go. The muscle up rings were a little low for me, so every time I did a muscle up, my feet were like scraping the floor, which is a first. I never had that before. But other than that, it was a cool workout. A lot of power snatches, so a lot of hinging with the back. And then after that, we had dual, which was the sprint over the logs. They removed, there was supposed to be a rope climb after the log up, over, under, over. But due to the weather, they removed that. So we just had the logs, and you had to put 3 sandbags into the wheelbarrow, which was cool. I started a little slow, but then I don't know, every time I went into a new heat, I managed to like keep up with the girls who were in the heat, so I'm happy with how it turned out. I would have liked to win the duel again, but I'll take second place over. Then yeah, that was fine.
Spiegel versus Horvath for the event win in the dual 3. Here we go, Spiegel versus Horvath for the win. Third bag is in. This was going to come down to the finish, and I think it was Danny Spiegel. It looked like Danny Spiegel, but we will wait. But that was about as close as you can get.
Were you expecting to go 1-to-1 with Danny on the?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting Danny. I knew she was very good with sandbags, but I didn't. I mean, I think I caught up actually on the sandbags on her. I was slower on the logs up and over. I don't know, I just, every time I did it a different technique. I didn't really practice or try, and then she could like slide under the under one, and I wasn't comfortable doing that. I felt like I was gonna hit my forehead or something, so I don't know, I just crawled under, I guess, and that made me a little slower. So yeah, I wasn't expecting Danny, but I think it was cool.
Laura Horvath, 4:15. Past the knees, and Horvath has it.
That might be the most impressive deadlift we've seen here tonight, honestly.
And then you went and pulled the house, like you said.
Yeah, that was the goal, to pull something very heavy, which I accomplished. I thought I was gonna lift a little heavier, closer to 200 kilos, but it was, I think, 188, so I can't complain.
You have a very interesting and very good technique on the deadlift, because everyone is just strongly pulling it from the ground, and you could see like yours was slower to pull, but the technique was, you didn't break in the technique or anything.
Actually, yeah, but then the day after, I think in the morning when I was having breakfast, the strongman guy who won, Mitchell, he told me like, how often do you like pull heavy or like train your deadlift? I'm like, not very often, to be honest. And he's like, it shows, because that thing was moving so slow. But as long as I managed to keep it moving above my knees, it was fine. Like, except the last bar, I only lifted until my knees, and then I was like, okay, that's it. But even the second to last that I made, the 415, was like slow motion compared to like the other girls.
Your overall standings coming in, it is Tia Toomey with the overall lead, but not by much. She only leads Laura Horvath, I should say, by 5 points. Final 3 calories for Laura Horvath, and she's looking to smash Emily Walsh's top time, 12:16, and pick up her second event win of the Rogue Invitational. Laura Horvath is your new leader with 2 events left. Laura Horvath now has a 15-point lead over Tia Toomey. Here comes Laura Horvath and Emma Carey, and Emma Carey has passed Horvath. This is going to be close. Horvath may have edged her out. That could be the difference between a tie and a 5-point deficit going into the final event for Laura Horvath.
We did the first workout actually in the rain, which was very cool. I didn't think it was going to be like that cool. Like, it didn't really affect the workout other than that you were wet and your grip a little bit on the big kettlebells or whatever those are called, the plant pots. And it was also funny because the first time you picked them up, they were out in the rain, so they filled up with water, and then you did the first shoulder to over or like grunt overhead, and you just got like a shower. And the same thing with the echo bike. It was just like sprinkling in your face when you were pedaling, so that was not very pleasant. But other than that, it didn't really affect the workout. So it was actually cool to do it in the rain.
And then you told there was some confusion because they took the pegboard off, and then you had to handstand
so
walk.
The original workout was supposed to be pegboard, running, and jumps, box jumps, which I would have loved. But I mean, I didn't hate the handstand walk, but from like a jumping explosive workout or like pulling, it became like more like about your shoulders and triceps. So it was, especially that they put twice, like it was supposed to be first when they breathed off, it was supposed to only 50-yard handstand walk or 50 feet handstand walk, but they made us go back and forth handstand walk, which they only told us when we were like down we're about to start. So it changed the workout a little bit, but to be honest, I didn't hate that variation either. But I look forward for next year when all the events that they couldn't make possible the way it was supposed to be. So they're probably gonna bring that workout back, hopefully with the pegboards.
Tia Toomey and Laura Horvath, they are tied with 680 points. Whoever wins between the two of them will take home the championship. Laura Horvath back to the jump rope just ahead of Tia Toomey here. She is 1 rep away. Final rep for Laura Horvath, and she is your 2023 Rogue Invitational champion.
I feel like that's where you wanna be. You want that position to be, like that's where you wanna be basically. Like it was like win or lose basically, and I knew that I could execute that workout to the best of my abilities, and then if I do that, I'm gonna win the whole thing. And I didn't really have any doubts in my mind that I was like, oh, what if this happened, what if that happened, what if I trip, or what if I miss a rep. Like I was confident in myself that I knew I was gonna win.
Were you aware of like your surroundings, like basically what Tia was doing?
Oh yeah, definitely. And also because we were so intimate, so together, and everyone was like, oh, not really, I didn't really look anywhere. I looked straight, but I could see in the corner of my eye both like Gabby and also Tia on the right and Gabby on the left. So I knew where I was, but I was just focusing on myself. I saw the heats before me, and I saw some girls went touch and go or did this or did this, and then I knew like I could touch and go, but I think it's smarter to just move singles, fast reps, and don't, like if you want to touch and go the last 5 clean and jerks, but not the first 5 power cleans.
Yeah. And basically now, so 2 times Rogue Invitational champion. what overall, like, how do you feel, and what do you look forward to the next couple of months of just building?
I feel very good. It's very good. It's a reassuring to myself that what I've been doing in the gym is working, and I'm improving and I'm getting better, and it shows on the leaderboard as well. So that's very good to like have these back checks that what I'm doing is good and working. So that's good. For the next X months, I'm not planning on to compete. I'm gonna rest as hard as I competed this weekend for a little bit, and then start back training probably end of November-ish or something like that. Just spend time with family and friends and my dog, and then we'll see what happens next year. But the goal is to keep getting better, working hard, and then hopefully see everyone at the games in 2024.